Hey guys, welcome back to the Sphere. This review is going to be on Final Fantasy X, which was recently released for the Nintendo Switch. I already have copies of this game for the PlayStation 2, 3, and 4, so of course I couldn't resist having it for the Switch too. Will there be any differences? Does the game still live up to its glory? Should newcomers get the game now, even though it was first released almost 2 decades ago back in 2001? We'll soon find out. Let's get started. Graphics. The HD Remaster has gone above and beyond to make this game look much sharper, vibrant, and detail-oriented. The Switch version is very much up to par with the PlayStation 4 version, which was an absolute success. Whether docked or handheld, nothing really changed as far as visuals go. The Switch version literally feels like a fusion between the PS4 and the PS Vita. Just like with the PS4 version, my jaw dropped at how lush the environments are, how detailed the clothing is, and how sharp the creatures are while battling. Although the PS4 is slightly better when it comes to details than the Switch, you can see that the Switch isn't far behind whatsoever. Along with the music, you can enjoy the cinematic view of the world with such detail until that darn moment the screen breaks from a random encounter. Not to mention, there are cinematic scenes scattered throughout the game that take the whole experience to another level. The port just shines its brightest during these scenes, as they are absolutely gorgeous to look at. It makes the not being able to skip cutscenes part of this game rather bearable for you seasoned players who have played this game numerous times. What is more apparent now with this facelift of the graphics than it was back then are the sometimes out of sync mouth movements correlating with the voices. The mouth movements actually correlate with the Japanese voices, but not the English. I wish they'd give us the option of Japanese audio. That has yet to happen, and here's to hoping it becomes an option in a future port. Gameplay and controls. The gameplay has always been great with this game. Visiting the many locations in this world, you can explore the cities, dungeons, plains, and forests, searching for treasure chests, primers that help you learn an unknown language in the game, as well as buy items before you're off to the next destination. Speaking to the people in the cities can sometimes come with a reward of items or even special little cutscenes that you could have missed otherwise. I love the simple map in the top left corner and layouts of the menus that show your items, abilities, overdrives, status, and configuration. There are also plenty of minigames you can indulge in. Some are fun, and some are straight out frustrating if you want to get the best score. It all depends on how you play the games and how hard you're willing to push yourself for that grand prize. One gripe I do have though is that sometimes the fixed camera angles can make it a bit vexing to navigate through the area. But of course, the game was made that way since the PlayStation 2, and it's most definitely not enough to tear me away from the whole experience. The battles utilize a conditional turn-based system, and a very well done one at that. This means you have to keep an eye on the upper right-hand corner to see the order of each character and enemy and make sure you always have the upper hand to victory. You can do simple attacks or use skills, special moves, variations of magic, and overdrives, which are powerful individual attacks for each character. To make these overdrives work, you have to do distinct little mini-games to get the most kick out of them. They're all different, which I find neat and make the battles much more interesting. Another aspect I appreciate is that you can switch out in between your current fighting party to backup characters without losing a turn. You can also use Aeons, which are these majestic creatures that are extremely powerful and replace your party in a fight. There are a few of them in this world, and they're all a marvel to behold. That particular aspect reminded me a lot of Persona, which made the battles that much more epic and fun. Thank goodness for this too, since the game has random encounters, which happen often. This in turn shows one of the downsides of the Switch and PS4 version. While the PC version has a turbo mode or a no encounter option, the Switch and PS4 do not. You have to play it traditionally, which is fine for me, but I'm sure there are plenty of others who enjoy the speed through. The sphere grid is another plus for the game. It's unique and has you traveling along each individual skills and magic paths that can be attained and learned only with spheres received after battles. I can point out so many other great aspects when it comes to the gameplay, but I'll leave that for you to experience firsthand when you play it. The controls for this game were not a problem in my experience with the Switch. They're comfortable, easy to maneuver, and you can even fix the button settings to fit more to your personal style. Playing it docked is great, and I absolutely loved how I could play this game in handheld mode anywhere smoothly with no drop in frame rates whatsoever. The only thing I found a tad lackluster is how there wasn't much you could do with the touchscreen. I was hoping I could touch the menus at least, but the only use for it is that you can heal your party with an on-screen button. It's a nice little add-on, don't get me wrong. I was just hoping for a little more use of one of the Switch's most distinguishable traits. Sound. As soon as you boot up the game, your ears will succumb to the genius that is the original soundtrack. It is arguably one of the greatest OSTs ever. Now, I'm sure there are a few of you who have never played this game, but have heard this song before. It's just one of the great masterpieces that composer Nobuo Uematsu, along with fellow composers Masashi Hamauzu and Junya Nakano, created for this game. When I was a kid, unfortunately there was no YouTube back then, I remember I'd make an extra save in this particular location because one of my favorite songs in the game would play, and it would be my go-to save file, just so I can listen to it whenever I wanted. There were actually many different save files. Soothing music while you're exploring? Check. Upbeat music while you play minigames? Check. Epic battle song? Check. Great victory fanfare? Why, of course. It's Final Fantasy after all. Trust me, there's plenty of songs I wish I could showcase on here, but I'd rather not spoil the experience of your eyelids slowly falling onto your eyes as the chills of goosebumps spread across you while playing this game and listening to its soundtrack. To me, the voice acting has always been impressive since way back then. I mean, there's that awkward laugh that Titus does. You know which one I'm talking about. But it's awkward on purpose. Therefore, I believe they did it right. The voice actors did a good job portraying their characters. I've grown to love the voice acting and wouldn't have it any other way. It's a classic, and it just wouldn't feel right if it was redone. You could say it's antiquated, yet contemporary. Either way, you'll be enjoying every scene with this cast of timeless characters.
I promise.
Story. The story follows the main character Titus, who is plunged out of his celebrity life as a blitzball player into an unknown world named Spira after an attack befalls his beloved city of Xanarkand. As you traverse through this unusual world, you encounter and join a unique group of individuals who are on a journey to stop a mysterious, chaotic entity named Sin, who purges the many people of Spira every few years without as to a reason of why. Only can a summoner, their aeons, and a group of brave guardians help stop the calamity and bring a period of calm to Spira once more. The game is pretty straightforward. You make your pilgrimage to various locations and search for weapons to help stop the tragedy that is sin from occurring to the people of Spira once again. There aren't really any side quests in this game, at least not from NPCs. You can explore lands for special weapons, items, or hidden bosses. But beware, these aren't just any weapons, items, or bosses. They are special for a reason, and in turn, it will take a dedicated gamer to collect them all with patience, determination, and persistence. This goes especially for those trophy hunters out there whom are interested in attaining the Platinum Trophy. As far as the characters go, they are some of the most memorable characters you'll ever experience in a video game. They become like family, and you care for them in that sense. It's because of this that the journey through the game becomes an emotionally attached one. You feel the pain and anguish as well as the joy and laughter. You grow with the characters and discover new things about them and yourself. You think you know what's going on, but unbeknownst to you, there's a whole other side of the story that leaves you questioning your resolve. It tugs at your heartstrings and leaves an imprint in your soul that stays with you well beyond the end of the credits. Overall, I've always enjoyed every version of this game and will continue to do so for any further versions to come. It's a beautiful game to the eyes and to the heart. The story is captivating, the battle system enjoyable, the experience unforgettable. If you already have all the versions of this game because you're a die-hard fan or an avid collector, you probably already bought the game, or it's definitely in your to-do list. If you're a newcomer to this game, buying and playing it for the very first time, you won't be disappointed. This is one of the highest regarded Final Fantasy games to date, and it deserves its praise. If you've never played a Final Fantasy game at all, this is a very good place to start. There's a reason why Square Enix continues to dish out new ports to this game to every new console. It's just that good. Everyone should get a chance to play it, and this could very well be yours. For the final score, I give Final Fantasy X for the Nintendo Switch a 9.5 out of 10. I recommend it for anyone that enjoys amazing storytelling and unforgettable characters. If you enjoyed other Final Fantasy games, Persona games, Legend of Heroes games, or just love JRPG turn-based games, then this is the game for you. If you guys want to see footage of me playing this game, feel free to visit our other channel, Nev Plays, where you can see our playthroughs of various games we happen to be playing. The link will be in the description below. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel for more reviews of all old and new. Janet!